Hi, I'm Carolyn from O2Bstamping.com. If you're new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and if you already follow me, welcome back. Today I want to share with you a card that celebrates springtime. Now I know it is winter, but I'm wishing it was spring, so this card just gave me a little bit of hope that spring would be here soon. This is stamped from our new Happy Home stamp set that's in the new Occasions catalog, and I just love it. It's just fun and cute and whimsical, and I think that it's just going to be a great addition to any stamp collection. So let me show you how I made this card. I started with a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 sheet of Whisper White, folded in half and scored with my bone folder. Then I took a piece of Pear Pizzazz that measures 4 by 5.25. Now actually on the card I used an old piece of designer paper. I don't know if you can see that close up. If you have some old designer paper in Pear Pizzazz that you want to use, it's got sort of an indistinct pattern on it, feel free to do that. But for my sample today, I'm going to take one of the flower stamps out of the set, and I'm just going to, actually I don't know if I want to stamp off. Let's try that. Nope, not quite enough. So let's just stamp straight on it randomly. I think that should be enough. If not, we can always fill it in a little bit later. Then I have a piece of Tangelo Twist that measures 3.5 by 3 that I am going to add to my card a little further up than center. Okay, and then I'm going to make my picture. So I have a piece of Whisper White that measures 2 3/8 by 3 1/8. I'm going to use my black Memento ink and the little stamp that has the child with the kite and the dog. When I stamp this, I'm going to want to try to put the dog and the kite right on the far right hand side, and about 3/4 to an inch from the bottom, so that I'll have plenty of grass to color. Now the reason I'm putting it over so far is because I want to add the tree to the left side, and there's not going to be a lot of room to do that if you move that picture over a little further. So you want to keep it to the right as much as possible. So now I'm going to take the tree with the little, I don't know if that's a bench or a fence. I think it's a fence and some flowers. Now, because I don't want the fence and the flowers and that line in the picture, I'm actually going to color this part with my black marker. I'm going to take the brush tip and I'm just going to color the trunk of the tree, the base, grass at the base, I should say. And then I'm going to fill in the rest of the tree top with my black memento. Okay, and I'm going to line that tree trunk up. Let's zoom in here for you a little bit. Right on the edge of the left side so that it doesn't cover the little girl. Awesome, right where I wanted it. Okay. Then I'm going to take a piece of Post-it note and I'm going to place it right above, right below, I should say, the grass mark. And I'm going to just trace that. You want the sticky part down here. This is the sticky part here. And I'm just going to trim that off right along that pencil line. Okay, and then I'm going to cover the sky. Take a sponge, my Pear Pizzazz ink, and I'm going to sponge the bottom. Now I will say the child's leg is actually in this part, so if you want to be really, really fussy, you can take a small piece of the Post-it note, and I'm usually not this fussy, but that's stuck there. But just so that you can see that you actually can do this, I'm going to just show you. You can actually cover the child's leg and then it won't turn green. I really don't think that you notice it that much in the final picture, so normally I don't bother with that. And then to sponge, one of the things that I've been learning lately is you don't want to pounce your sponge. You really want to rub it in circles to get a nice blend rather than a bunch of round circle marks. So sponge that. If you want it a little darker on the edges to give it some different light, you can do that. You can also pick it up and give it some extra dimension by going around on the edges. Okay, and when you pick it up, you have your grass all colored, as well as the little child's legs are not green. So then I'm going to take my Blushing Bride marker. I'm going to use the writing tip, and I'm going to color in the child's legs and arms. You can't really see the face, it's covered with hair. I guess you're looking at it from the back. And then I'm also going to take the right tip of my Tangerine Tango and color in the kite tails, the kite, and the clothes on the child. Give it a little pop of color. Then a sponge dauber and my Pear Pizzazz. I'm really zoomed in here. Let's go out a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to sponge the tree just a little bit of Pear Pizzazz. Again, you can go in a circular motion. You won't get the sponge dauber circles. I think that looks good. And come in and mount this. Oh, am I out of pieces. Oh, there we go. And add this. I'm adding this, as you can see, not perfectly in the center. I've got more of a border down here at the bottom. I'm doing that on purpose because the windowsill is going to cover this part down here up. Okay, is that all straight? Yes. Okay. Next, I want to make the windowsill. So I'm going to get a piece of pear pizzazz. You know, the more I'm looking at that, the more I'm wondering, no, this piece, I'm sorry, this is old olive. Yeah, a little darker. I'm going to take the windowsill and my black Memento ink and stamp that. Oop, glad I looked. I'm quite inked up. Okay. Now I'm going to take my window framelit and going to put this on magnetic platform, then a cutting pad, my window framelit, and the window sash. Just want to stay there. Let's try this a different way. There we go. Okay, and the piece that I'm using to cut the framelit, the piece of Whisper White, to cut the window frame, is 2 7/8 by 3 3/4. All right, then I'm going to cover it with another a cutting pad, and I'm going to run it through my Big Shot. Be right back. We're just going to punch that out, and the window. These are fun little rectangles that you can use on another project. And then to remove the window frame, I'm going to take my paper piercer and just poke on some of the holes that are in the framelit, and that way it'll just pop right out. Okay, there we have that. Now I'm going to add a little piece of doily. And actually you can add this under the tangerine. I think that's, I've got to check and see if that's tangerine, or not 100% sure, or Tangelo Twist. I'm just going to cut that piece, trim that off a little bit. I'm going to add that right here. Now I usually use green glue to attach the doilies because they're a little bit fragile, and I've sometimes torn them when I'm using a snail, so I found I like, I can pick it up, the green glue best for adding doilies. Just gonna put that right there. I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of my window frame. Just be careful when you're adding these that you're not letting them show on the front. There's just enough space to put them there. So I put one in each corner. And now I want to put it on my card so that there is a quarter, about an 1/8, I should say, inch showing here at the top. I'm also going to add my window sash with a little bit of green glue as well. Now you only need to put this at the top. You can put a dimensional like at the bottom if you felt like you needed to, but I'm not going to. I don't think I need to. I'm just going to place that right along the edge so that the tangerine does not show below the lip of the, or the edge, I guess I should say, of the window box. Come on, there we go. Okay, and last but not least, we're just going to add it to the card. This just doesn't seem to want to be working all of a sudden. Oh, there we go. There we are. Okay. Last but not least, we're just going to add a little bit of gold twine to give it a little bit of bling, a little bit more dimension. I'm adding that with just a little dot of liquid glue, but you could use glue dot if you'd like. How about that? Is that not so cute? Love it. Just love the little scene. I love the way that it coordinates with the window frame. Just think that is so, so cute. Now you could also add a little sentiment if you wanted to down in the window frame. And I guess that is done. So I hope you've enjoyed that video, and I hope that you might like to subscribe to my channel. To do so, you just click the red subscribe button below, and also you can join me on my blog for some more ideas and inspiration. Feel free to leave me a comment because I love to hear from you, or a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for stopping by. I hope to see you again soon.